Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Woo, all right. I am so excited for this year's Landis Homes Quilt Auction 2025. This auction, as you can see and will see, represents incredible artistry, skill, dedication, attention to detail, and hard work of all of the quilters involved. Quilting has been handed down in my family for generations.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's great to see a full tent. My name is Amanda Hickel, and I'm the Director of Advancement for Landis Homes and Landis Communities. And I have with me Beth Trout, our Vice President of Advancement and Communications. We wanted to take another opportunity to thank Everence for joining us as our quilt sponsor today. It's wonderful to have them join us in support of this special tradition, our annual quilt auction. We're also deeply grateful to Everence because they are our charitable planning partner here at Landis Homes, and I know many of you work with them and understand what an amazing resource they are to us. Speaking of deeply grateful, what a wonderful week of fellowship and fun during this year's Fellowship Days. Did you know that this special tradition has been an important part of our community's history for 53 years? That's more than 5 decades of gathering together, connecting, catching up, eating, very important one, eating, laughing, and enjoying each other's company. When I walked through the West Community Room yesterday, if you were there, it was filled with resident crafters, fatwa displays, the harvest sale. I took a moment to step back and just listen to everybody laughing and talking, and it filled my heart with joy. So it was really wonderful to see that yesterday. As well as your spirit of generosity has helped to make this week one that truly reflects the heart of this community and is helping to provide support for the Landis Homes Caring Fund. I'm so pleased to let you know that because of all of you, we have met and exceeded our Fill the Gap goal of $175,000. And I'll say that when I went to take a break back in the advancement office, I looked in the mailbox and there were 4 more envelopes in the mailbox. So those gifts continue to come in thanks to all of you. So we just want to say wonderful news. Thank you to each one of you. You are all incredible blessings to this community, and we just want to say thank you, thank you, thank you. As you know, Fill the Gap is part of a larger Fellowship Days fundraising effort this week. You've taken part in many other events aside Fill the Gap that support the Caring Fund by donation, including the online auction. So if you haven't got your final bids in yet, you still have time. It closes tonight at 8 p.m. I know I'm still bidding on a few things. The Marketplace tent, some of you purchased.
Please enjoy the beautiful works of art that we're going to see, and I'm going to turn it over to Bonnie. Thank you, Bonnie.
I turned it on. Does it work? Woohoo! I managed to have technology work for me. If you have not had a moment at any time during this time of the year, or you live here and you have not yet wandered down I'm sorry, my brain's tired today, the residential living hallway over by the garden room to see our new quilt studio. We're not calling it a quilt room this time because it is way too nice. We have lovely racks in there where you will be able to see the things that we have coming ahead. You will be able to see the quilts in the frame that are currently being worked on and hand quilted. You will see machines in the back of the room where you will see our tops being made. We have a design wall in there where you can see the parts. As we think through the process of creating that quilt, you'll see parts up on the wall. You'll see colors moving around. Always something fun going on in there. Please feel free to stop in and chat. We love to chat with people. We love to pull people in. If you are not a hand quilter, but you still were a quilter who made tops, we would love to have you. Our fingers are getting older. We still need people who can help us. So, welcome today. I hope you brought your checkbooks, or, oh, excuse me, I guess this year it's your credit card, wasn't it? Yeah, it was your credit card. Well, let's start the auction by thinking of fall. And our first one up, we're going to look at Twisted Jack. Since it's autumn, we see pumpkins everywhere. This is a fun one that I made at home, and everybody wants to buy it from me, so I said, okay, I'm making some more of them. So we have Twisted Jack. He's made by making a big grid, and then you have a special ruler that you cut him again, and that's when my husband comes in and says, what are you going to do with all that stuff that's going in the trash can? I said, well, I take it to the guild, and we stuff it into these things we call kitty pillows, and then we take them to Pet Pantry in various places around the county, and the scraps become beds for our furry friends. So nothing goes to waste. Not everything makes it into a quilt, but nothing goes to waste. So this is Twisted Jack. He has a sleeve on the back. You can hang him on your door. You can put a rod in there, or you can put him on your table and put something in the middle. So take it away.
$100, $50, $25, 10, 15, 10 to go, 15, how about 15, 10, $15, 10 to go, 15, 20 down to 25, 20 down to 25, 30, how about 30, 30 to 25, 30 down to 25, $30, 25, 30 down to 25, 30 now 5, 35, 40 down to 45, 45, 50 down to 55, 5, 55, $60, 65, 5, 5, $60, 65, $70, $80, $80, 70, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 90, 90, $100, $100, 110, 110, 120, 130, 140, 150, 160, 160, 150, 160, 150, 160, 150, 160, 150, 160. Sold. 150. Buyer 174. Thank you. Good one to start out with.
I guess
No, don't throw it away.
I guess I need to make another
You
one
gotta
for
make another
next
one.
year.
Not now.
I can also do a shamrock.
Shamrock, you could do that.
Yeah, I can do shamrock. Okay, our next one up on the board is a biggie. It's 82 by 94 inches. Its name is Urban Smiles. It was made by Connie Lapp, who very graciously marks all of our quilts for our hand quilters. This fun one is a scrap quilt. We all have, as I said, parts left over. With all the grays that are so popular these days, we kind of, part of us feels happy and part of us feels gray because it's gray. So this fun quilt has bright centers in the middle to make you smile, hence its name, Urban Smiles.
Hey, 500, 500, 5 and go, 5, 5, 5, 300, 3 and go, how about a 3, 3, 3, how about a 3, 3, 3, how about a 3, 3, 3, 3, how about a 3, 3, $100. Ought to go, folks, $100. How about 100? How did it go? How about 100? 75, 85, 75, how about an 85, 75, 85, 85, 75, how about an 85? Hey, more of a quilt than that, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 95, $100, $100, 100 a quarter, $100, how about 100 quarter, $100, how about 100 quarter, $100, how about $100 quarter, $100, 100 a quarter. Hey, we're not going to sell a quilt for $100, 100 quarter, $100, how about 110, 110 now 20, 120, 130, 130, 140, 150, 150, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170, 170, 180, 180, 180, 190, 190, 200, 200, 200, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 275, 300, 300, 3 and a quarter, 300, how about 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a half, 375, 375, 375, 400, 400 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 400, 4 and a quarter, 4 and a half, 4 and a half, 475, 475, 450, 475, 450, 475, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 475, 500, 500, 475, 500, 475, 500, 475. We all done? 475, 500, 475, 500, 475, 500. Sold. $475. Buyer 179. Thank you, buyer 179.
Okay, I'll talk to you while this next one is coming up. This one is called Scrapaholic. Again, we're playing with our leftover parts and pieces, but it has a very different flavor. I know that's an odd word. You think it belongs in the kitchen, but not when we talk about quilts. The coloring in quilts and the way they're quilted can make a quilt have a very different feeling. This one is much more mellow feeling, much more traditional feeling. Some of us feel like all quilts should look like this one, and that's lovely too. Just depends on what happens to turn your happy button on. This one was made by our May Stolzfus, who lives here, and was quilted, hand quilted by our Landis Homes quilters. It's 102 by 104 inches. If that doesn't ring any bells with you, that's a good size, very big queen if you have one of those very tall mattresses and don't want a dust ruffle on your bed. It can also be a king size. We have some new mounters back here, so give them a little...
They're doing an excellent job.
They're doing an excellent job.
Excellent job.
It's a challenge to get those quilts up on there, I'll tell you. They're going to go home with sore arms, so...
There we go. 1,000, 500, 5 and go. 100 got in a quarter. $100, how about $100 quarter? $100, how about $100 quarter? One a quarter, $125. $100, how about $125? $100, how about $125? Hey, $100, how about $125? $100 quarter, how about $100? How about $100 quarter, $100? $100 quarter, $100 half. $100 quarter, how about $100 half? $100 quarter, $100 half. $125, $150, $150, $175, $200, $200, $200, $200, $200, $175, $200. Bids up, $175, $200, $175, $200, $175, $200, $175, $185, $185, $195, $195, $200, $2 and a quarter, $200, $2 and a quarter, $2 and a half, $2 and a quarter, $2 and a half, $2 and a half, $275. What? Try to beat that, folks. 500, 5 and a quarter. Hey, 500, 5 and a quarter. 500, how about a 5 and a quarter? 500, how about a 5 and a quarter? 5 and a quarter, 500, 5 and a quarter. 500, 5 and a quarter. Hey, someone got to go 5 and a quarter. 500, 5 and a quarter. 500, how about a 5 and a quarter? How many people are glad you're here today? Raise your hand. 500, 5 and a quarter. 500, how about a 5 and a quarter? 500. Would you give me 510, sir? 500, 510. 500, 510. 500, 510. 500, 510. 500, 510. 510, 520. Show me. 520, 530. I don't see. 530, 540. 540, 550. 550, 560. 570. 570, 580. 590. 600. Quarter. 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 600, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half. Come on, that bark's not that big. 6 and a half, 6 and a quarter, bids in the back, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 635. Just for you, nobody else. 625, bids in the back, 625, 635, 625, 635. So, $625. Buyer, is it 177, sir? 177. Thank you. 177.
While we're doing the switch here behind you, I'm sure you've all noticed how the prices in the grocery store have gone up. I could get them to raise their hands, couldn't I?
You probably could.
I think they've all noticed that. I really do. Well, not only have the prices in the grocery stores gone up, but so has our fabric. When we first moved here 6 years ago, fabric was about $9 a yard. If we did really good, we could catch a sale, maybe get it at $4 or $5. When we walk into the fabric stores now, we're looking at anywhere from $11 to $16 a yard for fabric. That's a tremendous difference. It costs us a lot more to make them than it ever used to cost us. A quilt that size would probably cost us around $200 for the fabrics, to go out and buy the fabrics, to buy the batting, to buy the backing, and produce just in the materials. We'd be up talking $250. So think about that when that's not even talking about the labor of love that we put in them as we're cut, we stitch, and we sew them together, we hand stitch them. So think about that when you're coming up with your price, or with what your bid is subject to be. This one was quilted, pieced and quilted at 65 by 74. It would be a small twin. I know there's a number of our residents who sleep in their recliners. That's lovingly called a small twin. Actually, I guess now that they have all these movable beds, you know, the backs go, you push the button, the back goes up and all that, those positionable. That's your recliner bed, so it's a small twin, okay?
Yeah,
it really is.
$200
Now, my husband
more
would not be happy with this one because I couldn't wrap his feet in it, but he sleeps in his recliner, and the one he bought last year goes all the way down and around his feet so that his feet stay warm at night.
I'm a little puzzled, though. You have to be a certain age to get here to Landis Homes. You've been here how long? Hey, what did it go? 500. 5 and go, 5 and go, 300, 3 and go. How about a 3? How about $100? $100 and go for a quilt. I got 50, 75. Here we go. 50, $75. 50 go, 75. 50 go, 75. I got a 50, how about a 75? 50, how about a $75? 50 go, 75. 50 go, 75. 50 go, 75, 75, 75. 50 go, 75. Doesn't that do anyone for anything? Look at that, all that quilting in there. $50, 75. 50 go, 75. 85. 85, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 75, 85, 85, 95, 95, $100, $100, 110, 20, 20, 30, 30, 40, 40, 50, 60, 70, 170, 80, 80, 90, 90, 200, 200, quarter, 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 half, 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 2 1/4, 2 1/2. Hey, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 235, 225, 235. 225, 235, 225, 235, 225, 235, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. So, 225, buyer 189. Thank you, buyer 189.
Okay, our next one coming up. Oh, I'm sorry.
Buyer number was, ma'am, that buyer number is 189. Your buyer number again, 189. Not 190, not 188,
Oh, yes.
189.
Thank you, Deb. Okay, our next quilt up. I should tell you about naming quilts. You think it's easy just making up what makes us happy and the flower, just a minute, my thought train will catch up with my mouth. This one is a little bit smaller. This is the size that I love. It's called Stairway to Heaven. And when the girls suggested that name, because you see the stairs, how the colors go diagonally, to them it looked like stairs. And I said, Stairway to Heaven, is that morbid? Or is that, and then my mind just couldn't, so I just said, okay, that's a lovely name, we'll call it that. This is the size that I love to be under when the air conditioner is blowing on my legs and I'm in my recliner and the rest of me is fine, but my legs are cold. So, you know, one size of quilts is never enough. You have to have many sizes. This is 48 by 64. So you could pull it all the way up to your chin if you wanted, or you could leave it down on your legs. It's lovely versatile.
200, 2 and go, how about a do, $200. $100 and go, how about 175, 50, 75, 50 go, 75, 50 got $75, 50 go, 75, 75, 50 go, 75, $800, 75 about $100. Hey, 75, $100, 75 about 85, 75, 85, 75 about 85, 85, 85, 75 about 85. Stairways to Heaven, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 75, how about 85? 75, 85, 85, 85, 95, 95, 95, $100, $100, $100, 110, 110, 120, 110, 120, 110, 120, 120, 110, 120, 110, 120, 110, 120, 110, 120. Hey, 110, 120. Now 120, 130, 130, 140, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140. Hey, 130, 140. A lot of collar folks. 130, 140. Bids over. 130. How about 140, 130, 140, 130, 140. Are we all done? 140. So 130. Buyer 140, 196. Thank you. Buyer 196.
Dad, where'd you go? Uh-oh, we lost our bringer-upper. Marianne, catch the next one, please. Our next quilt is number 607. It's called Strings Around a Pole. All these quilts that you've been seeing up front first here are all what we call scrap quilts. We had, at the Red Rose Guild, we had a lady who passed away, and her husband gave us all of her fabrics, all of her unfinished objects. And she had quilted for many, many years and won many awards. And one of the things we received was 19 kitchen garbage bag-sized bags of 1.5-inch strips of fabric. Each bag was a different color. She was a very organized lady. But then we said, well, what the heck do we do with all these strings? So we had a Make It Day here in High Auditorium, and some of you pop in when we're in there working. We brought all those 19 bags, and we had a friend who brought patterns for us to use. And this is one of the ones that we did with those 1.5-inch strips. Number 607, if you're following along in your book, it's 60 by 80, which could be a twin. It's kind of a small one. Again, a nice fun snuggler. It's called Strings Around a Pole because if you follow the pattern, it looks like it's weaving around a pole.
Can you only imagine what it came to be a quilt like that? Beautiful. 300. How about a three? Three. How about a three? How about a three? $100. How did it go? $100. How about 100? How about 100? How about 100? 175. 75. $100. 75. $100. 75. About 100. 75. 85. 75. 85. Hey, let's make something out of it. 75. $85. 85. 95. 85. 95. 85. How about a 95? 95. 85. 95. 85. 95. 95. 95. $100. 100 now. 10. 110. 120. 120. 110. 120. 120. 110. 120. Did you? 120. The bid's up. 110. 120. 110. How about 120? Now 30. Now 40. 140. 130. 140. 130. 140. 130. How about 140? Bid's over there. 130. 140. 130. 140. Now 50. 150. 140. How about $150? 140. The bid's there. 150. 140. How about 150? 150. 160. 150. 160. 160. 170. 170. 170. 170. 170. 160. 170. 160. 170. 160. How about 170? 160. 170. 160. 170. All done. 160. 170. 170. 180. Almost. 180. 180. 180. 170. 180. 180. 170. How about 180? Bids in the back. 170. How about 180? 80. 80. 80. 170. How about 180? 170. 180. Ma'am, 180. 170. How about 180? 170. 180. So, 170. Buyer 85, right, sir? Buyer 80. 185. 185. Thank you. 185.
Okay. Whoops. Next one up is the Pumpkin Quartet, which is number 618 in your book. I have fun with pumpkins, and I don't have to get all that gooey stringy stuff on me. This is a fun one for your table, and no matter which end of the table you sit at, your pumpkin is right side up. That was important to me. It's a happy, fun fall table runner. And if Marianne flips it around, if you get tired of looking at the pumpkins because it's heading on towards Thanksgiving, you got autumn leaves on the back. So you're getting a twofer on this, a two for the price of one. Again, number 618, Pumpkin Quartet.
Hey, 75, 75, 50. $50 to go. How about a 50? How about a 50? 25, 35. Hey, 25, 35. 25, 35, 45. Hey, 35, 45, 45, 35. How about 45, 45, 55, 65. 65, 75, 75, 85, 95, 100, 10, 110, 120, 120, 110, 120, 110. How about 120? 110. How about 120, 20, 20, 110, 120. Oh, y'all done? 120, 130, 130, 130, 140, 130, 140, 150, 150, 150, 150, 150, 140, 150, 150, 160, 160, 170, 170, 170, 180, 170, 180, 170, 180, 80, 80, 170, 180, 170, 180, 180. So, $170, buyer 174, thank you, 174.
Okay, on the board behind us, when the girlfriend brought that one and said, here, use it for your auction, it's number 629. I looked at it sitting on my sofa all open, trying to give it a name again. All I could think of was, oh, wow. So that's what I named it. I'm not bold with color when I make my quilts, although you'll see a couple that you'll wonder what I was thinking. This one has large, bright prints in it that I would not dare do on my own. However, the most fun part of it, oh, thank you for the clips, guys, is the back. Because it is very bright, very fun. That fabric would have stayed in the store if I was the one shopping. But it works perfectly on the back of, oh, wow. Let's see if we can wow a price.
Wow, that would make a nice PJs back. How about 100? Hey, 100 to go. How about 100? 100 to go. How about 100? 100, 100, 100. 50, 75. Hey, 50 go. 75. 50 go. How about a 75? 75. 50. How about a 75? Hey, folks, just cut that in pieces and make a table run out of it. Brought 175. Hey, 75. 50 go. 75. 50 go. 75. 75. 50 go. How about a 75? 50 go. $75. 50. 75. 75. $100. 75. How about $100? 75. About $100. 75. 100. 75. 85 will go that way. 75. 85. 85. 75. About an 85. 75. $85 for a quilt. 75, 85. You're in, ma'am. 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 85, 85, 85, 75, 85, 95, 95, 95, 95, 100, 110, 110, $100. How about 110 for a quilt? $100. How about 110? Yes, hurry up and get that number. Hey, $100. How about 110? Hey, 110, 120. I'm back again. Here we go. 120. Hey, 110, 120. 110. How about 120? 110. How about 120? 20, 20, 110, 120. 110. How about 120? 20. Bids over. 110. How about 120? 110, 120. So, 110, buyer 197, thank you, 197.
Okay, I should tell you a little bit something else about this one for the person
it's
who
over.
purchased it. I'm sorry, I'm
Yeah,
not.
go ahead, keep going.
Yvonne alluded to the fact that our quilts are quilted in a number of different ways. This one, when it was donated by my Red Rose Quilt Guild member, it is machine quilted. We have many very highly skilled and talented machine quilters here in Lancaster County. Most people assume that that is a long arm machine and they plug in a computer and it goes. You can have those big machines do custom quilting every inch of your quilt, and it is a human being steering the machine to do every single part of that quilt. My quilts, when I do them, I don't believe in that big stuff. I think it has to be the talent that comes out of your fingers. Just like our talented hand quilters, you have talented machine quilters. It takes time to build the skill, just like a woodworker takes time to build the skill. The one that just left was sent all the way to Utah because she loves that woman's quilting. So we become quilt snobs just a bit. Okay, Marianne is showing us item number 616. It's called Spring Flowers. So we had the fall, we did the pumpkins. Now let's think about spring. And this one's a fun shape. And again, if you get tired of the very pretty flower on the front, you can flip it around and tone it down a little and have the whole garden. So, spring flowers, it's 26 inches across, looks nice on a dining room table or anywhere else you want to put it.
Hey, what do we go? How about 100? $100 to go. How about 100, 100, 100, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, $50. $50 and go. How about a 50? 25, 35. Hey, 25, 35, 45, 45, 45, 55, 55, 65, 65, 5, 5, 5, 5, $60, 65. Are you bidding back there, person? $60, 65. You got to give me 3 reasons why not. Hey, $60, 65. Hey, $60, how about 65? 5, 5, 65, $70, $70, $70, $70, 75, 75, $80, $80, 75, how about 80? Hey, $75, $80, 75, $80, 75, how about 80, 80, 80, 80 down 5, 85, 85, 5, $90, $90, $90, 95, 5, 5, 5, $100, make 100, make it now 10, 10, 10, $100, 110, $100, 110. Hey, $100, how about 110, $100, 110, 10, $100, 110. So, $100 in the back, buyer 190. Thank you, buyer 190.
Okay, I talked to you about color. This one is colorful. The autumn leaves are turning. This is number 613. We called it an autumn cabin because it's a very traditional log cabin pattern. Each quilt is made of a block. This is the block. I don't remember how many of them I made, but it was a lot. And then depending on how you arrange them, whether the oranges are together or the greens are together, or you mix them all up and have fruit basket upset, it all creates fun, different patterns. Very traditional log cabin, much warmer colors than a traditional log cabin.
Hey, this fall reminds me of fair time.
Yes, sir.
And there was down in the southern end, there was this farmer who wanted to take this bull to the Solanco Fair. Is my mother here? Janet Martin, are you here? I wouldn't tell it if she's not here. Okay. Anyhow, so this farmer, he wanted to take this bull to the Solanco Fair. When he was loading it, the bull came cross-eyed. He didn't know what he was going to do with a cross-eyed bull at the Quarryville Fair, so he called the vet up. Vet came out and said, I know how to handle that. He said, do you have a garden hose? He said, yes, I do have a garden hose. Well, he said, watch this. He said he got behind the bull and up through, and he got there and told the farmer to go up front. When those cross eyes get straight, you yell. So he got back there and blew and blew. After a bit, the eyes came straight. And the farmer was so delighted. He got the hired man. They loaded the bull up in the truck, went to the Quarryville Fair. And as he was getting ready to go in the showroom, the bull's eyes crossed again. And he thought, you know what? I know what to do. Got the hose out, went back to the back, told the hired man to go in the front. When those eyes straighten out, you yell. Farmer got back there and blew, and nothing happened. The hired man said, let me come back here. I'll show you how to do it. Hired man comes to the back of the bull, pulls the hose out. The farmer said, what are you doing that for? He said, well, I don't want to blow in the same end you're blowing in. I just see my mother coming in. Hopefully she didn't hear that.
Well, hopefully she's at home hiding under this nice big queen-size quilt.
Okay. Is that not cool? Is that it? Are we selling this one right now? Yeah, hey, what did it go? How about a 500? 500, 5 and go. How about a buy? 300. 100 we got, and a quarter. Hey, here we go. $100, how about a 100 quarter? $100, how about a 100 quarter? $100, how about a 100 quarter? 100 quarter, 125. Hey, $100, how about a 125? $100, how about a 125? $500, how about a 125? $100, how about a 125? 150, 125, 150, 125, how about a 150? 125, 135. Hey, 125, 35, 125, 35, 35. That's a queen size. Right? 125. It's hand stitched. It's not AI. No. Hey, 125, 135. Hey, 125. The bid's over. 125, 135. You can't leave a quilt go for 135, 145, 155, 165. 165, 165, 75, 175, 85, 195, 200, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 260, 270, 260, how about a 270? Hey, nice autumn collars. 260, 270, 260, how about a 270, 70, 70, 70, 260, 270, 260, 270, 260, 270. So, $260, buyer $197. Thank you, buyer $197.
Okay, our next one up while they're trading quilts is what I named Purple Fun. It's 58 inches by 80 inches, which would fit I'm thinking it would be best on one of those mini twins that have all those adjustments with the handle on the side. One of those recliner blankets. This one was a fun one. A girlfriend and I one Sunday afternoon, which is like when we like to play to make tops. She had this fun fabric that's on the side. And I don't know how well you can see it from back where you are, but this was a batik print, and these are images that are individually made on the fabric, and it was left from something else. So this is a scrap quilt. Doesn't look like our other scraps quilts did, does it? But we said, well, we like this. Let's find some things to go with it. Well, there was a bit of this, a bit of that, and they all played together, so we said, fine. We have a quilt. But something else that's really interesting and fun. Now, Lynn and I made this. I quilted it. It is machine quilted. And while we're talking about machine quilted, y'all wonder about how to wash these rascals. Well, back in the olden days when we started making quilts, the thing to do was to fill the bathtub and have this proper detergent in there and get your quilt all folded in and rinse it around with your hands, pretend you're the agitator, and then rinse it out and hang it somewhere to dry, and it was an arduous job. But how many of you have front-loading washing machines? Oh, I've learned a few things. I got a couple hands. A front-loading washing machine.
Is that where it's in the front?
Yeah, yeah, it's in the front. And the front doesn't have an agitator in it, so there's nothing inside the machine going on your quilt. It's just tumbling around in there getting clean. And they now make a product called...
Clorox.
No. Gosh, no. Oh, my goodness, no. No, color grabber, and I forget the other names. It's escaping me at the moment because my brain's thinking of too many things. But anyway, I throw a sheet of that in there. My quilts, I wash all the fabric first with color grabber, so if there's extra dye in the fabric, it's not going to come out later when you get it home. You don't want to have purple in your white. You know, just like you don't want pink underwear because somebody threw a red shirt in with your white underwear. So I wash them first. So when you wash them at home, it's always a good idea to do that the first time. But after the first time, you're good. You've probably got all the color between what we washed out and what came out with that color grabber. But front-loading washing machines, delicate cycle, they come out, throw them in the dryer. Most of our quilts have polyester batting, so the batting is not going to shrink when you wash it, and the outside quilt stays the same, and the batting shrinks. That's not a happy thing. So all of it has to say, you didn't know there was a,
No,
maybe
no.
I am IA, or is that AI or whatever? I don't get that right. Anyway,
Anyways,
have
back
at
to the
it.
quilt. Am
Yeah.
I on?
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Okay. What size
606.
is this?
This is a 58 by 80, so
that
it's
is
it's
a
a twin.
Twin, that's what I thought.
Yes.
Now, when we buy a twin, my wife takes it through the ringer washer and it becomes a queen.
You really should treat
Hey,
her
what did
better.
it go? How about a 300? 300, how about a three? How about a $300? Hey, $100 to go. 75, 85. Here we go. 75, 85. $85. 75, 85. Hey, 75, 85. Even have the Baltimore Ravens collar. 75, 85. Hey, 75, 85. 75, 85, 85, 75. How about an 85? 85, thank you, ma'am. 95. Ma'am, are you bidding or just swatting? Hey, 95. 85, how about a 95? 95, 85, how about a 95? 95. It's time to leave the flies out to start swatting. 95, $100. 100 now 10. $100, how about 110? $100, 110, now 20. 120, now 30. 130, how about 120? How about 130? 130, now 40. 140, now 50. 150, 150, now 60. 160, 150, how about $160? 150, how about 160? Oh, new bidder, 160, now 70. 160, how about 170? Bids over. 160, how about 170? 70, 70, 70, 160, 170. 160, how about 170? Bids over. 160, how about 170? 160, 170, 160, 170, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 70, 170, 70, 70. So, $160. Thank you, buyer 192. Buyer 192.
Remember those bags of 1.5-inch strips I talked about, 19 trash bags? Well, the same lady had some quilts that weren't finished. Sadly, she had developed Alzheimer's. And part of what we found when we were cleaning out her sewing room was quilts that she had started, and then she came to a spot where she had trouble remembering what to do next, so there was a boo-boo. And then she put it aside. And when she put it aside, we found it. We brought it home. This is number 605. It's called Hello Yellow. Can you tell I got tired of naming quilts? This is a fun one. It is a very subtle quilt in that yellow usually in a quilt will jump right off the quilt and grab your eye and just hold on to it. So you have to be careful with color. This one is kind of fun because the yellow stripes, the yellow blocks are somewhat of a rail fence. They go this way, then they go this way. So you could follow it down as a stairway if you wanted. And then the red, which also often jumps right off the quilt, kind of acts as a little divider, slows your eye down when you get to the border, which calms your eye down, and you go, oh, this is nice and warm. That bright yellow will warm me up, and the green will soothe me to sleep. But don't go to sleep now, because Jeff needs your money.
It really warms me out. I got to take my shirt off.
I-
Oh, okay.
I don't know why they
Old
put it that
Yellow. That's the name of a quilt.
Hello Yellow.
That is. How many ever, isn't there a book, Old Yellow? Anyone ever
no.
read that?
No,
Raise
no.
your hand. No, $100 I got and a quarter. Hey, how about 100, 75, 75, 50, 75. Here we go. 50 go, 75, 75, 50 go. How about $75? 50 go, 75, 75, 50, 60. $10 more, 50, $60. Hey, 50 go, $60. 50 go, how about a 60? 50 go, how about a 60? Got a 50, how about a $60? 50 go, $60, 50, how about a $60? 50 go, how about a $60? It does kind of grow on you. It's growing on me. Yep. 150, 160. 150, how about 160? 150, 100. Ma'am, are you bidding? Nope. 150, how about 160? 150, I think I'm missing somebody for 150, 160. Was I 150, 160? Short-term memory loss. Was it 50, 60? Hey, 50 go, how about a 60? Hey, 50 go, $60. 50 go, how about a 60? Come on, we're not going to sell a quilt for $60. 50 go, 60, $70, $70, $70, 60, how about a 70? $70, 70, $80. $80, 70, how about an 80? How about an 80? How about an 80, 70, $80. 70 go, $80. 80, did you? 80, 90, $90. $90, 90, $100. How about 100? 90 go, how about 100? Now I see 100, now 10. $100, how about 110? Hey, $100, how about $110? $100, how about 110? 10, 10. $100, how about 110? 110, 120. Here we go. 120, 130. 130, 140. 140. Hey, 130. 140. 130, how about 140? I think Dad's going to get a quilt. Hey, 130, how about 140? Hey, 130, how about 140? 130, how about 140? 130, how about Hey, he wants to impress the kids, so he's going to keep bidding. 130, how about 140? Hey, 130, how about 140? 130, how about 140? We all done at $140. 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140. So, $130, thank you, buyer. $199. $199.
Okay, the next one. Maybe I can get subset. Well, actually, you've seen one of my assistants here, Deb Hansel, who I used to teach school with out in Garden Spot before I retired. Deb has recently gone to Graceland, and she's looking for anyone who actually saw Elvis in concert live. So I'm going to hold Jeff down. Anybody saw Elvis in concert live, please raise your hand. You won't be bidding, I promise.
How about the Chuck Wagon Gang? Anybody ever hear the Chuck Wagon Gang? Raise your hand.
Now I'm not responsible for you. Well, maybe he goes along with the square dance. This fun, bright quilt is number 604. It's called Square Dance. And it was made by one of our lovely assistants, and her husband is hiding out behind the board. This is made from batik fabric, which is some of that more expensive fabric that I was talking about. But that batiks have bright, lovely colors that usually do not fade whatsoever, nor do they bleed when you wash them. So it's a very usable quilt. Kathy not only pieced it, but she also quilted it. And Kathy has moved. We who are machine quilters and don't have or don't send our quilts out to be long-armed are using our home machines. So you could be doing this on your home machine, but it takes some time to learn to do it. Kathy's doing something new that's called ruler work, and you get a plastic template and you put it next to your needle with a special foot on your machine, and you guide your fabric around that template to make interesting designs, just like we would have marked our quilts to hand quilt using a stencil and a pencil to draw the design on. Well, now we don't have to do that. We can use these rulers to do it. I've had 4 classes in that. I have not yet mastered it. Kathy, I think, has had 2 classes, and she mastered it. Wave your hand, Kathy. It's one of yours. So make sure you bid nice or she'll be offended.
That's how I learned to drive with the sewing machine, the foot throttle. That was a practice.
That's exactly how we do it.
Hey, what did it go? 200. This is a wall hanging, right?
No,
it's
52 by 65, so again.
It's a twin.
Well, that would be a very small twin. Maybe one of those special reclining twins.
Oh. How about 100? How did it go? 75, 50, 75. Hey, 50 go, $75. 50 go, how about 75, 75, 50, how about 75. 50 go, 75, 75, 50 go, 75. 50 go, 75, 85, 95. 95, $100. Hey, 95 about 100. Hey, 95, $100, make 195 about $100. Hey, a beautiful recliner, 95, how about 100? Hey, 95, $100, 95 about 100. Hey, a 95, $100, $100, 95 about 100. I think we're all wrong here. 95, $100. 95, how about 100? 95, how about 100? 100 now, 10. 110 now, 20. 120, 120, 130, 130, 130, 140, 140, 140, 140, 130, 140, 140, 130, 140, 140, 150, 160, 170, 180, 190, 200, 190, 200, 190, 200, 190, 200. It'd be nice to hit 200. 190, he said he'll come back at 210. That's him. Hey, 190, 200. Hey, 190, 200, 200, 190, 200, 190, 200, 190, 200, 190, 200, 200. Sold. $190. Thank you, sir. 178. 178. No, thanks. I'm good.
You're good? Okay. No, it's there if you want it. Okay, here comes Stars All Around, number 634, Stars All Around. 70 by 68, which is a very nice size twin, nice and generous on the sides as well as on the foot. This is rather traditional looking. Again, it could be considered a scrappy quilt because all of its colors are different. This quilt quilt maker may have bought what we call a charm pack. You can buy fabrics in 5-inch squares. You can buy them all cut in 2.5-inch squares, all rolled up, 40 pieces, which you can turn into a quilt. Quilting has changed a lot over the years. Right now, the American Quilt Society has a show going on in Spooky Nook, and we have quilts from all over the world in there, and some of them are just not believable. They're mostly works of art that you would hang on a wall somewhere, not sleep under, but there are some hand-quilted ones there, as well as what they call stationary machines, which are those of us that quilt on our own machines, as well as long arm machines, as well as computerized long arm machines. So there's many ways to quilt a quilt. So this one is pieced and machine quilted by a friend of Landis Homes. So
Hey,
got it.
what to go? How about a 100? 3 and go. How about a 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2? How about a 100? $100 and go. How about a 100? 100 to go. How about a 100? How about a 100? How about a 175? 75. $75 for a quilt. 75. 50. 75. 50 go. 75. 75. 50 go. How about a 75? 50 go. 75. 75. 75. $100. 75. $100. 75. How about a 100? 75. $100. 75. 85. 75. 85. 85. 75. How about an 85? 55. 75. 85. 85, 95, 95, 100, now 10, 110, 120, 130, 130, 140, 150, 150, 140, 150, 140, 150, 140, 150, bids over 140, 150, 140, 150, 60, 70, 180, 90, 200, 10, 200, 210, 200, 210, 10, 10, 200, 210, 200, 210, 200, 210, 10, 10, 10, 200, 210. So, $200, 160, thank you. 200, 160.
okay, where's Marianne? This is another traditional thing with a modern twist. Many of you have made cathedral window quilts. This is number 627. It is a cathedral window table topper. So it has some profile to it because parts of the pieces are folded back and it gives you a different feeling of it. This is a table topper. It is 18 inches by 27 inches. Nice on a small dining room table. It would actually fit on my tiny room table in Hybrid 6 where I live. We don't have our big dining rooms anymore, so that one is a nice size. And Marianne is doing a great job of showing it for us.
And it fits on your table just perfectly, you think. $100. I got 25, 35. Here we go, folks. 25, $35. Hey, 25, 35. 25, 35, 45. 35, 45, 35, 45, 45, 35, $45. Hey, 35, 45, 55, 65, 75, 75, 85, 85, 85, 75, 85, 95, 95, 95, 95, 85, 95, 85, 95, 85, 95, 55, 85, 95. We all done, folks? 85. 95, 85, 95, 95, 95. So $85, buyer, turn that around, 188, thank you. Buyer 188, thanks.
Yep. Next up, number 637. I named this one Almost an I Spy. It's 62 by 72, which is a good size for a child's bed. Some of those youth beds that our grandchildren have or our great-grandchildren have. This one was made by a process called Quilt as you go. So I can't say it was machine quilted or it was hand quilted, it was quilted. You make your square, you quilt it, and then you sew the squares together. So all of this is what's holding the squares together. And if we look at the back, it's different color, because that's the backing. So it's very much reversible. This side I would have put my grandchildren on as a playmat because it's lots of fun colors, and the little ones will creep and move and wiggle towards the colors. This side has chickens and hearts and sheep and cows and cats, and you could play I Spy with a grandchild. Can you find the kitty? Can you find the cow? Can you? So it's a fun quilt. Fun quilt for a child and fun quilt for those of us that just want to have fun.
Or we're getting older and the eyesight's just not as good as it used to be.
Speak
the big
for
blocks in the
yourself.
mouth.
Yeah.
Hey, I spy, I think I see like $100 bill in there. Is that right? How about a 200? $100. Hey, $100 and go. How about 100? 100 to go. How about 100? How about 100? How about 100? $75. Hey, we all go. 50, 75. 50 go. 75. 75. 50 go. How about 75? 50 go. 75. 75. 75. 50 go. How about 75? I see they're all beautiful quilts, but I see some expensive quilts coming up. If you guys want it, 50, 75, 50 go, 75, 75, 85, 95, 100, 100. That was quick, wasn't it? $100, how about 110? Young ladies behind is in, the old man in the front's out. Hey, that's a good way to start, isn't it? 95 out of 100. Hey, 95. $100, sir. $100 now, 10. 110, 110, 120, 120, 120. Hey, 110. How about 120? 110. How about 120, 20, 20, 110. How about 120? Hey, 110, 120. 110. How about 120? 110, 120, 130. 130, 120. How about $130? 120. How about 130? Bids up front. 120. How about 130, 30, 30, 130. Now 40. 140. 130. How about 140, 40, 130, 140. 130, 140, 130. 140, 140. So, sold 130, 193. I'll get you the next time we're at 1,000. 193.
Okay, well, we're thinking about those wee ones that we treasure so much. Next up is number 619. You Are My Sunshine. It's 36 by 52. Very special hand embroidered and hand quilted by our very own Carolyn Groff. Lots of smiling things. Thankfully, Carolyn does one for us every year. This year it is You Are My Sunshine. What baby couldn't smile at that? I think that's definitely a smile bringer. 36 by 52. Nice, warm.
Make a nice shower gift, wouldn't it?
It would make a
How
nice
about
baby
100?
shower gift.
75, 25, 35. Here we go. 25, $35. 25, 35, 35, 45, 55, 65, 55, 65, 55, 65, 5, 55, 65. Hey, 55 in the back. $65. 55, 65, 5. You're all done. 55, 65, 55, 65, 55, 65, 5, 5, 55, 65, 65, 75, 75, 75, 75, 85, 85, 95, 95, 95, $100, make 100, 100, 95 out of $100, 95, $100, 95 out of 100. Did you $100? How about 100? Now 10. $100, how about 110? 100, 110, 105, now 10. Hey, 105, how about 110? 105, 110, 10. Bids way in the back. 105, 110, 110, now 15. 115, 110, 115, 120, 120, 120, 130, 130, 130, 120, how about 130? Bids there, 120, how about 130? 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, how about 140, 40, 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140, 140, 150, 150, 150, 140, 150, 160, 160, 150, 160, 150, 160, 60, 150, 160. Sold, $150 in the back, buyer 158. Thank you, 158.
Okay, this one was donated by one of my Red Rose Guild members who is enamored with 1920s reproduction fabric. We called it All Around the Block when they get it rearranged on there. It is all around a block. If you're not familiar with 1920s fabrics, I won't ask how many of you were around in the 1920s, not as still, but anyway, there's your block. She loves to make these. She turns out probably 15 or 20 of them every year for our Guild's Comfort Quilt Initiative. We give close to 300 quilts every year to various organizations around the county. Some of them for children, some of them for adults from domestic abuse or off the streets. A number of organizations receive our quilts. And Dottie very lovingly did this one. It is 53 by 64 inches. Doesn't necessarily have to be a child's quilt. I would love to have that in my house. It just seems soothing to me.
Nice and bright, kind of settled. 75, 75, 75, 85. Here we go, folks. 75, 85. He's ready to go. 75, 85, 85, 75. How about 85? Hey, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 95, 95, $100 now 10. $100, how about 110? 110 now 20. 120 now 30. 130, 140, 150, 150, 160, 160, 150, how about 160? Bids up, 150, how about 160? 160, 150, how about 160? 150, 160, 150, 160, 60, you're in, sir. 150, 160. Could you stand up and try to find another bidder for me? 150, how about 160? Hey, 150, 160, well done, folks. 150, how about 160, 150, 160, 150, 160. Sold, $150, buyer number. You got it, 168, thank you, sir. 168.
Okay, our next one coming up is number 625. It's called a stitchery sampler, meaning that each block in this quilt is a different quilt pattern. The colors of it remind me of the one that you just bid on. Part of what makes this quilt special is that you have a different block in every square, and yet they all play nice together, as we quilters like to phrase it, because of how she chose her fabrics. Her fabrics are such that they all blend nicely. The prints are small, so they're an appropriate size to the size of the pattern that she was making. This one was made by our own May Solsfuss and hand quilted by May.
May does nice work.
She does very
She really
nice work.
does. Hey, what did it go? How about a 300? 3 and go. How about a three? How about a three? $300. Here we go, $100. How about 100? 50, 75, 75, $100. Hey, 75, 100, now quarter, 1 a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 175, $200, 2 and a quarter, 2 and a half, 2 and a half, 275, 300, 300, 275, 300, 275, 300, 275, 300, 275, 285. Hey, 275, 285, 275, 285, 55, 275, 285, 275, 285. So, $275, thank you, sir. 168, 168. You're only allowed to buy 3, so you got 1 more to go. Hey, where did it go?
Wait, is his wife next to him?
I think there might be. Okay.
Okay, that explains that. Okay, this is a fun one. Number 611. It's called Dancing Flowers. They reminded me of a flower, and because of their cute little flip on the end, they look to me like they're dancing and having good fun in the wind or spinning their partner around, whatever. It's 70 inches by 84 inches. It was pieced and machine quilted by one of my Red Rose Quilt Guild members. Again, it's those 1920s reproduction fabrics that take us back to a very gentle time. And something I didn't point out, although I did turn the corner to show you, often when we make a scrap quilt, of course this one's going to make a liar out of me, we use whatever's left on the front to make whatever we can find for backing fabric big enough. This one is all the same fabric, but the purple one that I showed you, my leftover blocks went straight down the middle of the back. So the backs sometimes get to be as much fun as the front is.
I was thinking the same thing.
Yeah, as you were watching them come and go. This is 70 by 84. It would fit a twin bed, so that would be fun.
Here we go. How about a 300? 3 and go. How about a 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3? How about 100? Hey, 100 go. 75, 85, 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 75, how about 85? Hey, 75, 85, 75, 85, 5, 75, $85. 75, $85. 75, 85, 75, 85, 85, 75, how about $85? 85, 95. 85, 95, springtime, 95, 100, 100, 100, 110, 10, 10, 10, $100, how about 110? Bids in the back, $100, how about 110? Hey, $100, how about 110? 110, 120, 120, 130, 130, 140, 140, 150, 160, 150, 160, 150, how about 160? 150, how about 160, 60, 150, how about $160? 150, 160, we all done? 150, 160, 150, 160. So, $150, and your buyer number is 186. Buyer 186, thank you.
Marianne? This is number 602. Very traditional pattern called a Dresden plate. Turn it a little so they can see that way and that way. We have a Vanna White in training, but she's doing a great job.
She's doing a great job.
She is doing a great job. This is a 24-inch square, hand-pieced and hand-quilted by our own Irene Shank. It is, the attention to detail she has is amazing. We are very proud and happy to have Irene amongst our troops. I believe it has a sleeve? Nope.
It has a what?
Does it? Can you stick your fingers in something? Oh, yep, she can stick her fingers in it. It has a sleeve on the back, so if you want to hang it on a door or on your wall, you can stick a small dowel or a rod through it to be able to hang it.
I
which
don't
is
buy
lovely
anything
fun.
without a sleeve. Hey, what did it go? How about 100? How did it go? How about 100? How about 100? How about 100? 75. 25, 35. Here we go, folks. Hey, 25. Let's roll. 35, 45, 55, 55, 65, 75, 75, 85. Hey, 75, 85, 85, 75, 85. Hey, we still got room, folks. 85, 95, 95, 95, 95, 95. $100, make 100 now 10. He's ready to go. 110. $100, 110. I can see it. $100, how about 110? $100, how about 110? Hey, $100, how about 110? $100, that's a beautiful little wall. And does it have the sleeve, though? Hey, $100, how about 110? Hey, $100, how about 105? 110 now 20. 120, sir. 120, 120, 130. Hey, 120, how about 130? 120, how about 130, 30, 30. We're all done. What bid's over? 120, 130, 120, 130, 130, 130. Sold. $120 by 175. And sir, we got to charge $25 because it has a sleeve on. So that will be tacked on top. Thank you.
I didn't know I was going to be a straight man all day. Next up is one of our biggies and one of our really treasures. This is a feathered star, number 617 in your book. It's 102 inches by 102 inches. It'll fit a king-size bed lovely well. It will fit a queen-size bed if you want to use it as a pillow tuck and put it up over your pillows. My quilts are all blankets, and here's a little tidbit for you. In one of my many moves, I was talking to the insurance agent about my homeowner's insurance, and I said, I have a lot of quilts. And he says, well, you know, if you have a fire in your house, now I realize us here at Landis, that's not going to happen because we're all super safe. But if you're, you know, whatever, that your quilt is considered a blanket by the insurance company and you'll get $10 for it. That breaks your heart. So at many of our quilt shows and at some of our own guild functions, we invite quilt appraisers to come in and appraise our quilts. You then get a certificate you take to your insurance company, and a quilt becomes a work of art. And it's considered a work of art, and you insure it that way. So that if something happens, you get compensation. You don't get the quilt back because it's gonzo, but you do get it back. This is called a feathered star, very traditional, 102 by 102, as I said. This came from Jane, the lady whose husband gave us all, the same one who made the Hello Yellow. She made all these blocks. She made the blocks, and that's as far as she got. So we put the blocks together. I brought it here. My ladies loved it. She had the blocks all made. She had the border on 3 sides made. I made the fourth one. And we put it together. Our ladies quilted it. And okay, I'm going to ask you girls. There's this pattern that you probably can't see from where you're sitting, but the design that they quilted into each one of these sections times all these blocks has loops on the end. Okay, which one of you girls counted all these loops? Because they got so it was, we can turn now. Oh gosh, it's more loops. They just got very tired of the loops because they're hard to do. You kind of got to turn your hand around, then you got to stand up, stand on your head, and go around this way. And so this one is not only a work of art, it was an exercise class.
Yep. Yeah, I won't do loops anymore.
Oh, neither,
Nope.
they don't want to either.
Nope. And did you try Geico, the insurance company? Hey, what did it go? How about 500? 5 and go, 5 and go, 5, 300. 3 and go, 100 got, and a quarter. Hey, 100 out of 1 1/4, 1 1/2. Hey, 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 175, 175, 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 2 1/4, 2 1/2, 275, 275, 300, how about 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 3 1/4, 3 1/2, 375, 375, 400, 400, 375, 400, 4 1/4, 4 1/4. Who's bidding? It's just me. 4 1/4. Tell me one time before you're ready to stop. 4 1/4, 400, 4 1/4. Hey, 400, 4 1/4, 400. 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 4 1/4, 4 1/2, 475, 475, $500, 500, 500, 500, 5 1/4, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, 5 1/4, 5 1/2, half, 575, 575, $600, $600, 600, 575, 600, 575, 600, 575, 600, 6 1/4, 6 1/4, 6 1/2, 6 1/4, 6 1/2, half, 675, 675, 700, $700, 700, 700, 675, 700, 7 1/4, 7 1/4, 7 1/2. half, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, half, 7 1/4, 7 1/2, 7 1/2, 775, 775, $800, 800, 800, 775, 800. Give a little encouragement, $800. Hey, 775, 800, 775, 800, 775, 800. Bids up front, 775, 800, 775, 800, 8, oh my, 800, 8 1/4, 8 1/4, 8 1/2, 875, 900 and a quarter, 9 1/4, 9 1/2, 970. Who's on it? He has two eyes. 975. Hey, 950, 975. What comes after 975? 1000. Hey, we're going 10 1/4, 10 1/2, 10 1/4, 10 1/2, 10 1/2, 1075, 1075, 1100, 11 1/4, 1100, 11 1/4, 11 1/2, 11 1/2, 1175, 1200, 1200, 12 1/4, 12 1/2, 1275, 1300 and a quarter and a half, and 75, 1400, quarter and a half, 75, 1500, quarter, half, 75, 1600. She has two eyes. 1600. Did you? 16, quarter, half, 75, 17. Beat this. 2000 I got. 2100. 21, 22. 21, 2200. 22, 23, 24. 24, 24, 24, 25, 26, 26, 25, 26, 27, 27, 28, 29, 3001, 2, 3001, 3002, 3001, 3002. So, $3,100. And all you have to do is show your number. Thank you. 191. Thank you.
Okay, well, we have a pleasant surprise for you. Those of you that didn't get the last one, I love laughter. Thank you. I love laughter. You know, I told you that sometimes we put those extra blocks in the back of a quilt. Well, not when you're hand quilting it. Ruh-uh. That's too many seams to hit when you don't know. So we had 4 blocks left over. So here is, yes, you're right. Here is the 4 blocks that were left over. It does not have a sleeve, so you can't get that extra $25. No, I was,
But
oh
it's
wait,
still
oh wait,
beautiful.
oh wait. Oh, I'm
Oh,
so
it
sorry.
does.
I lied.
Oh, my.
I lied. Oh,
Frightening.
I know. And here's the special part. Turned around the other way, Marianne. This is a special sleeve. Now I'm going to teach you another something new. This
boy.
sleeve has a hole in the middle. Okay, no wise guys here back here. This one has a hole in the middle. So that if you put a dowel through there and you already have a nail in your wall, isn't that clever? I can't tell you how many sleeves I put on quilts until somebody showed me that a couple weeks ago. Was like, seriously? So turn it back around. They have lovely quilting, but amazingly enough, it doesn't have any loops. It has lovely straight lines on it that make it a fun, standard. It is number 631. It's 38 inches by 38 inches, feathered star wall hanging.
Hey, where did it go? How about 100? How did it go? How about 175, 75, $50. $50 and go. 50, 25, 35. Hey, 25, 35, 25, 35, 35, 25 out of 35, 5, 25 out of 35, 45, 45, 35, 45. Hey, 45, 55, 55, 65, 65, 5, 65, 75, 75, 75, 75, 75, bids over. 65, 75, 55, 75, 75, 85, 85, 95, 95, 100, no out 10, 100, 110, 120, 120, 120, 120, 130, 130, 120, 130. Bids over. 120. How about 130? 120. How about 130, 30, 30, 30, 120, 130, 120, 130, 120, 130, 130, 140, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140, 130, 140, 140, 140. Sold. $130. Thank you. His buyer number 199, and here's Randy, 199.
Here's Randy. Well, we're going to have to find out if Randy charges for sleeves. Our next one up is number 626. It's called Gone Fishing. It is 69 by 87, nice sized twin. If you have a son or a father or whoever, a guy in your family or a girl in your family, I mustn't be prejudicial, who loves to fish, this is the quilt for you. Nice standard stars to mean it was a happy, fun day and you came home with lots of fish and lots of fun fish prints. I don't remember what was on the back. My friend Kathy made this one. It is machine quilted, and she did use her rulers again. And if you're a little bit Irish, it's a Scotch plaid on the back, which is fun. Also fun. Again, I said it was a twin.
Okay, hey, gone fishing. What a day. That would have been the day to go. Hey, there you go. You get 500. 500, 500, 500, 3, $100 to start. You give 100, go. I'll go along fishing. You give $100. You give 100 bill, 100 minute, 1 a quarter, 125, 125, 100 bill, 125. And only bid 100, how to give me 125, 25, 25, 125, 100 bill, 125. And only bid 100, how to give me 25, 25, 125, 50 bill, 150. 150, just give your bids to Jeff and I'll try to keep up. 150, 75. 150, 75, 75, 150, 172, 200 oil, 200, 200, 2 and a quarter. I got 2 been a 2 and a quarter now, half it been a 2 and a quarter, half, 75, 75, 250, 75, 300, 300 been a 3, 3 and a quarter, 3 and a quarter, I got 300 bill, 3 and a quarter. Hey, let's go fishing. I got 300 bill, 300 and a quarter. Hey, a bad day fishing's better than a good day at work. 300, 3 and a quarter. I got 3 bill, 3 and a quarter, good. How about 310, 10, we'll go that way, 310, you've been all along, 310. I don't have bid 300, I'll give me 10 more, would you get 300, been a 10, 10, would you get 10, would you get 300 bill, 310, we all done, 300, 310, 20, 320, almost 320, 320, 30, 330, 330, 40, 340, 50, 350, 340 been the 50 bill, 340 been the 350, 340, 350, 340, 350. You said that before, 340, 50, 340, 50. Sold out, $340 right up the middle. 180. 180. 180.
Okay, next up is number 609. We named it Pinwheels Plus because in the center of each block is a pinwheel made out of a dark fabric to pull your eye in. And then we did a little, I might call it mimicking or echoing to kind of draw the pattern out. This was also a scrap quilt. These scraps were in my closet. And I ran out of one scrap. I didn't have quite enough to keep my color going, so I had to go to the store. Hate that, going to the store. But I found something that worked very nicely. This one and that one came along later, and I still thought they played pretty nice. It's been so long. Oh, the girls quilted it, so it's got an ivory-colored back. It is hand-quilted by my Landis ladies. Number 609, Pinwheels Plus, 66 by 90 inches, a nice big twin.
There you go. You get 500 to go. 500, 500, 3, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, I'll take you 100. $100. You give 100 bill, 100 bill, 1, 1, 1. Give me 100 to go. 100 bill. You give 100 to go. 100 bill, 1, 1, 1. Give me 100 to go. $100. You give 100 bill, 100 bill, 1, 1, 1. Give me 1 bill, 1 and a quarter, 100 money, 1 and a quarter. On the money, $100 bill. You give 1 and a quarter. 1 bill, 125, 25 in a minute, 125, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 125. I don't bid $100. Give me 125, 25 in a minute, 5 now, 50 bid to 50 bid to 125, 150. 125, 50, 75, 75. Was that a bid? 175, 175, or are you just waving? 151, you've been a big help anyway. 125, 150. 125, 150 bill, 125, 150 bill, 125, 150. Anybody else? 125, 150, 125, 150. 125, 150 bill, 125, 150, 50, 75, 75, 175. 151, 75, 75, 175, 150, 175. At 150 now, 75, 75, 151, 75, 72, 200 bill, 200, 200. 175, 200, 200, what do you get? 200, 175, 200. 200 bill, 275, 200. I just have a feeling I'm missing somebody. 175, 200. 175 would have been a 222, 185, 185. Would that help? 185. 175 and 85, 185, 175, 85 and 222. Now you give the 200. 2 would have been the 222, 185, 200. 185 into 2. You're out 185. I'm in for 185 here. 185, 95. We'll go that way. 195, 185, 95. 195, 222, 195, 185, 195, 185, 195, 195, 185, 195. Sold at 185. Thank you. Number 187. 187 buys it for 185. Are you sure your number's not 300? Okay, 185 to 187.
Okay, next up we have a very special quilt from more ways than one. This is number 628. Its name is Blue Lagoon. It was made by one of our Landis residents, a lady by the name of Jackie Myers. Jackie's not here today. I didn't see her stand up when the rest of us stood up. Jackie does a quilt in the quilt room with us, but she makes us an average 4 quilt tops a year. So she's a very definite part of our group. This quilt, as I said, 74 by 84. Now this quilt had some interesting occurrences as we were producing it. We had to go buy more backing fabric because, of course, you run out of backing fabric, and we don't like it to have seams in, so it's special fabric that's extra wide. Well, we ran out of back, so I went and got some, and I washed it like always, and I brought it over, and we started, it went in the frame, and we started quilting, and it was marked, it was pretty, all was going along fine. I loved the colors, absolutely loved the colors. It was a block of the month that came in one of our quilt magazines, and every month they sent you a new block in the next magazine, and you put another block on it. But anyway, the backing fabric is the story on this quilt. The backing fabric, the manufacturer, even though it was the same thing we'd always bought, changed how they produced it, and it was a tighter weave-in fabric, and the girls couldn't get their needles through it. Small problem. You're hand quilting a quilt, the needles won't go through it. Problem. So at that point, they had done this outer edge, and they'd done along the blue on both sides, and then they said, would you please finish it? Take it home and do it by machine. Well, it was all marked. That was lovely. So, okay, I took it home. Only problem is, when you hand quilt, you start on the outside edge and you work in. When you machine quilt, you start in the middle and work out. I was definitely at the disadvantage. I had to, as I'm moving this underneath my machine to follow all the patterns that had been put on it, I was constantly having to pull it out with my hands, stretch my hands out, lay on it. Sometimes I felt like I was quilting it with my elbows, but we got her done. But it was a challenge. So you know how we have hybrid cars? This is a hybrid quilt. It's part hand and it's part machine, and it's just plain pretty. 74 by 84, nice size twin, nice size double bed if you have a double bed rather than a queen. So please make its pretty blue a pretty number that's green.
That is a pretty blue. And
That's
it's,
a good story, too.
yep, it's a pretty blue, and it's
So
a,
you start in and go out.
Yes, because
I learned
sometimes,
so much from you. I look forward every year to come here. I'm
Thank
going to quilt someday.
okay, we can, not this year? Oh, okay. Well,
hey, we
do-
got the blue lagoon, and guaranteed you won't wake up wet under it, hopefully. Hey, there you go. You get 500 to
I don't know
go.
about that.
500 bucks. 500. 500 bill. 500 bid. 500 3 2 200 to go. I'll take your 100 and go there. You give. We all like to start in the basement and work our way up. $100 bill, 1 1/4. I got a bill, 100 bill, 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 125, 25, 150, 100, 125. I would have bid a 100 bill, 125, I would have bid a 125 and 125. I don't have bid 100. I'll give you 125 and 1 1/4, 1 1/4, 175, 1 1/2, 1 1/2, 75, 200. 200 bill, 200. What do you do? 200. Did you 200? 2 was out of bid 200. 172, 2 1/4 now a half. 2 1/2, bid and a half, bid and a half, bid a 250, and a 50, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. I get 225, 250, 225, 250, bid and a 50, bid and a 50, bid and a 225 at about 250. I get 225, 250, 225, 250, bid and a 225, 50. But I'll take your 35 and now 50. 250, 75, 275, 275, 300, 3 1/4. I got 3 bill, 3 1/4 now a half, 3 1/2, a half, 3 1/2, 360 just for you. 360, you started, you've been the whole way. 350, 360. I would have been 350 now, so we'd get 355 just for you. 355. I got 350, 5. I would have been 355, 350, 355, 350, 355. Sold out $350. Thank you, sir. Finally got one. 155, 155.
Okay. They need to load a big one on our frame, so we'll do another small one while they're doing their exercise routine. This is called Hummingbird's Delight. It's number 615 in your book. Again, that naming thing that goes on at our house. This one came home. Our ladies did a fabulous job of quilting it. I love how they did scallops on the background. But when I looked at this quilt, it's a wall hanging. Marianne, we got a sleeve? We got a sleeve. We got a sleeve. So we're good to go for hanging it. It has all these lovely flowers, and I looked at it, and that's all I saw was the flowers. My husband looked at it, and I said, what do you see? He says, I see a hummingbird. Hence, Hummingbird's Delight. That happy hummingbird has all those pretty red flowers, bright flowers, to go fetch its nectar. So who wouldn't love that? It is 27 inches by 36 inches. It would fit on our door. Okay.
Hey, there you go. And you get 200, you give 100 to go, 100 to bill, 75, 75, 75, 75, 50 and go. 50 now, 60 to bill, on the money, 50 now, 60 now, 70 to bill, 70 to make it, 70 to minute, 7 to make it, 60 now, 70. You're out, 70. I got $60. Give me 70 to bill, 60 now, 70 to minute, 60 now, 70 to bill, on the money, $60 now, 70. A little bit, 70 now, 80 to bill, 80 make it, 80 make it, 80 make it, 70 now, 80 to bill. I'm right here, $70 now, 80. I'm going to be 70 now, 75 will go easy, 70 to 5. 75 now, 80 to bill, 80 make it, 80 now, 5 to bill, 85 and 90 bill, 90 make it, 90 now, 5, 100 bill, you give 100 bill, 100 bill, 110. 100 bill, 110, 120 bill, 120, 130 bill, 30 bill, 40 bill, 40 bill, 130, 40, 50. 150, 160 bill, 160 now, 70 bill, 170, 180, 180, 190, 190, 190 now, 200 make it even now, 10. 210, 200 out of the mid, 10, 10, when you get 10 more, we get 10, 10, when you get 200, 210. I get $200, 210. I get $200, 210, 10, when you get 10, when you get 20 bill, 220, 220, 220, 230, 230, way out, backs out, 230. I lost you over here. The bid's right here in right field. 230, 240, 250. Now I'm with you, 250.
The bid's in the back.
The bid's in the back, 250. You're out, 240, 50, 60, 260, 260, 270, 270. Digit, 270, I'm 260, way in the back, 270, up front, 270, 280, 280, 290, 290, 300, 300, 310, 310, 20, 320, I'm sitting down there, 320, 30, 330, 330, 40, 350, 350, 360, 370, 370, 380, 380, 380, we're going the other way, 390, 390, 400, 410, 410, give you 10, we get 20 bill, 420 now, 30 bill, 430, 430, 440, 440, 460, 460, 480, 480, 500. I thought he said 7. Did he say 5? 500. Did you say 5? We'll let you in. 500, 600. 500 minute, 600 to 500 600 500 minute, 5 and a half. I got 500, 5 and a quarter, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 5 and a half, 575, 575, 600, 600 and a quarter, 6 and a quarter and a half, 75, 675, 677, 7 and a quarter, Hey, weren't we there before? 700, 7 and a quarter. I'm bet $700 bill now, quarter now, a half, 775, 775, 775. At 750 now, 800, 800, 8 and a quarter, 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 800, 8 and a quarter. At 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 875, 875, 75, 75. He's weakening now, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a quarter, 900, 9 and a quarter. I'm bet $900 bill, 9 and the bid's way out yonder, 9 and a quarter, half, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, you'll give $1,000. Make it even 1,000. Save a little wear and tear. $1,000. 1,050. 1,050. 1,100. 1,100. Jeff, do you have somebody over here? 1,100. 1,100. 1050, 1,100. The bid's way out yonder. 1050, 1,100. Jeff, your man or lady's out. 11 and a half. I got 1050, 1,100. 1050, been 11, been 11, 11, been 1050, been 11, been 1050, now 1,100. Hey, who didn't buy anything yet? 1050, now 1,100. Now would be a good time to get in and collect. 1050, now 1,100. 1075, one time. 10, I won't ask again. 1050, now 75, 75. 1050, now 75. 1050, now 75. 1050, hey, your man or lady's out, Jeff. 1050, 75. The bid's way, it's still out back, but we're both getting weak. 1050, 75. 1075, 1075. Sold out. $1,050, number 177. Thank you, sir. 177. Did you know there was a honeybee in there?
I'm not sure I've recovered yet. Never know what's going to happen at an auction, do you?
You raised $1,000 so far.
I think you did. Yes, I think you boys are doing great.
We'll go about 6, 8 more times.
Okay, have we
We're
recovered?
not out of money yet here. Let's go. We're still good shape.
Well, no, we haven't run out of money yet, I hope. Although you all noticed my husband's not here this year.
I'll tell you, is Everett,
He got in too much trouble
and
last year.
Don't forget, the Everence people are still here.
Did they bid?
Well, they're going to start bidding, yeah, when it gets
They
there.
better. They better.
Nope.
Okay,
Hey, make
next
sure you
up,
stop by Everence if you need to or want to.
My turn. Next up, number 621. This is Hired Man's Quilt. It is 102 inches by 110 inches. That is a king by all means. This is made by our Rhoda Longenecker, who does one of these every year for us. We're already working on another one for next year. So bid it up, folks, and if you don't get it this year, you got the chance next year. Now you got to make it, Rhoda. Anyway, these are wonderful homespun fabrics. Again, the front of it is lovely. It is a very special dark feeling. To me, it feels dark and warm. But the back, if you've never looked at, if you haven't turned your quilt over and looked at the hand quilting on the back, the design that, hold it all the way up there, Dale, hold it up straight. There you go. You see a whole nother, I can't hold the mic up to that, too. Thank you, Becky. You see a whole nother pattern on the back, and it's almost like you got a second quilt. When we finish the quilt in the quilt room, we take it off the frame, we turn the lights off, we turn the quilt over so that we can see if we missed any spots. Because we are human, sometimes you miss a spot or two. So that's how we see it. And sometimes we sit there and we look at the back going, oh, wow. But it's not that flowered quilt, the oh, wow quilt. It's just, it's so cool. So let's see if we can get a nice one for this one, too. You're all ready.
Might be able to. We'll give it a whirl. Hey, there you go. You get 500 to go. 500. 500 bill. 500 bid. 500 3 300 3 and a quarter. On the money, 300 bill, 3 and a quarter. I get 300 bill, 3 and a quarter. I get 300 bill, 3 and a quarter. And on a bid, 300 bill, 3 and a quarter, 325, 350, 75, 375. At 350, 75, bid at a 400, bid at a 4, would you get 4 and a quarter, 4 and a quarter, now a half, 4 and a half, and 75. 450, 75, 500 bid at 5 and a 5 and a half, 5 and a half, bid at 6, bid at a quarter, 6 and a quarter, 6 and a half, 6 and a half, 75, 675, 677, 7 and a 7, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a quarter, 7 and a half. Bid 7 and a half now, 75, 775, bid at 800, 8, 8, 8, we give 8 now, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a quarter, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, 8 and a half, bid at 8 and a half, bid at 8, 75, 75, 8, 7 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, we get 9 and a quarter, 900, 9 and a quarter, 9 and a half, 9 and a half, bid at 950, 950, 75, 975, 975, bid at 10, 100, bid at 10, what do you get 10, what do you get 10, a minute, 10, 50, 10, 50, 10, 50, bid 1100, 11, bid 1100, I get 10, 50, 1100, 11 and a half, 1100, 11 and a half, and 12, 12, we get 12, what do you get 12, what do you get 12 and a half, 12 and a half, bid 1300, 13, 13, 12 and a half, 1300, 13 and a half, now a half, 1400, bid 14 and a half, 14 and a half, would have been 1500, not have been 15, 15 and a half, 15 and a half, 15 and a half, 1600, 16, 1600, 16, 16 and a half, 16 and a half, 16, 17, 17, 16, 17 and a half, half would have been 17 and a half, would have been 1800, 18, 18, 18, 18, 17 and a half, 18, 17 and a half would have been 1800, 18, 18 and a half, 18 and a half would have been 19, would you get 19? I get 19 and now a half, 19 and a half would have been a 2, 2, 2, 2, make it even 200, 2, 2, 2,000 dollar bill. I get 1950, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, yes or no, 2,000, 1950 been a 2, 2, 2, 1975, 1975, I'll let you in easy, 1975, you've been a big help, 1950, 1975, anybody else? 1950, 75, would have been the 1950, been the 75, would have been the 1975, we only need, what's that, about $50, 1950, 19, I'll help you if you bid one more time, I'll help split the difference, 1950, I mean on the 50, 1950, 1975, I'll give you $25, no, 12 and a half, I can't split it, I still have 1950, I believe, 1975, 1950, 75, 75, would have been the 1950, 1975, would have been the 1950, 1975, 2,000 out of the 2, would you get 2, now you're on your own, 20 and a quarter, 2,000, 20 and a quarter, 2010, 2005, 2001. I'll let you in easy. I have, my buggy has lights, the batteries are weak. 2001. I got to do 2,000, anybody else want in just for fun? 2021, 2000, 2001. Sold out, $2,000. You betcha. Number 195, 195. Thank you. Hey, and thanks to the contending bidder. Thank you very much.
That was fun.
Yes, it was fun. You got that right. Okay, next up, since it's getting warm in here, I don't know about you all, but it's getting warm in here. Our next one's called Peaches and Cream, so you can think about something cool and soothing. Peaches and Cream was given to us by one of our guild members. You've had another of hers that was up earlier, the one with the big flowers on the back. This is the same woman. She does fabulous work. Peaches and Cream stays in basically 2 colors, which makes it very restful. Suzanne, who made this, also does sample work for some of the manufacturers that produce fabric. They get a pattern idea that they want to run with their fabric, and they send her the fabrics and the pattern, and she makes them for her, which is really pretty cool. She just makes the tops and ship them back. Every so often, they don't want them shipped back after she makes them, so she gives them to us, and depending on what they are, we turn them into a comfort quilt, or we might turn them into something that I give to the ladies to quilt. We decide as it goes. Peaches and Cream is 88 by 88, which is a gorgeous size for a double bed. It's just perfect. Square quilts, I have a hissy fit when there's square quilts. My friend can attest to that. Anytime there's a square quilt on the design wall, I look at her and say, people aren't square. They're rectangular. So quilts should be rectangular. Just a fun thing that tends to run through my head when I do that. So peaches and cream needs to go to a good home. It has been long-armed by that same lady that Suzanne loves in Utah. We have to acquaint her with local. Well, you can tell her that when she moves here. She's moving into one of the new hybrids. And since it was machine quilted and I don't remember, let's see how fun the back is. Oh, it's peach. That's very pretty. Very pretty. So there you go. It's all yours, Rennie.
Hey, there we go. You get 500, 500, 500, 500, 300, 200 and go. You'll give 200 bill, 200, but you get 200, 2, but you get 200, 2. Hey, I'll take your 100. Here we go. You'll give $100 bill. You'll give 100, go 100 bill. Hey, for peaches, you'll give $100. You'll give 100, go, hey, right in season. You'll give 100 bill, 100 minute, go in a quarter. I get a bill, 100 bill, 125, 125, 100 bill, 125. I don't bid 100, I'll give me 125, and a quarter, 50, 150, 150, 151, 51, 25, 150, 75. 150 bid 75, 75, 1 bids way out yonder, 150, 175. 150 bid 175, 75, 150, 175. I don't bid 150 bid 75, 75, 2, 2, 2. We get 200 bid 2 now, quarter, 2 and a quarter. I get 2 and a quarter now, half, 2 and a half, 250, 250, 225, 50. I get 225, 250 bid 50 bid 225, 250. I get 250, 75, 275, 275. Thank you anyway, 250, 75. I'm bid 250 now, 75, 75, 250, 75, 75, 250, 275, 250, 250, 275, 75, 250 to the bid sway in the back, 250 right side, 250, 275, 75, 250, 75, 250, 275. Sold out, $250, number 153. Thank you, 153.
Okay, next we're coming up to number 610. This quilt's called Dreamweaver. This one came with a name. When Jackie gives us a quilt, she names it. And this one, Dreamweaver, I stood and looked at it, and I thought, and then I made my notes, and now do you think I can find them? Let's hope I remember what I wrote down. I looked it up, and there is a person within an Indian tribe, and I can't remember now the Indian tribe off the top of my head, Chinook or something like that, there it is. Dreamweaver made me wonder. It's based on a Tanalic weaving pattern, which was produced by women called dream weavers. So it is a historic pattern. It was believed that the designs were sourced in their dreams by the spirit of Abaka. So this one has all kind of interesting history to it. I thought a quilt pattern was just a quilt pattern, but apparently I was wrong. It happens. So this is 68 by 82. Nice double bed, or nice wherever you particularly want to put it. It's interesting, fun colors, so we can have fun with it. It is hand quilted by our girls, and oh, look at that. There's those loops again. There's those loops, but I guess by the time they got to the next one that had all those loops, they were already tired of loops. But anyway, they mastered it, so let's see if we can bring it to a good home.
Hey, a Dream Weaver. Hey, there you go. You get 500. Is there anybody here by the name of Weaver? There you go. You get 500, bit of 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 100. It's a namesake. You give $100. You give $100 bill, 1 quarter, 125, 125. I only bid $100, 125. I don't bid $100. Give me 125, 5, Dream Weaver. You at 125. I don't bid $100, bid 25. Would you get 25, 120? Did anybody ever dream of being a weaver? $100 bill, 100 bid 125. I don't bid $100 bill, 125, 125, 125. We could change it to Stallsfus or something if we needed to. 125, 150. 150, you name it, you're 150, 75. 175, 150, 72, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 100, 1, 2, 2, 2 and a quarter. I get 2 and a bill, 200, 2 and a quarter. Now I have 2 and a half, and a half, 250, 250, 75. 250 now, 75, 75, 250, 75. I don't bid 250 now, 75, 250, 75, 75, 250, 275. At 250, 75, 250, 75, 250, 275, 250, 275, 75. Sold at 250. Thank you, sir. And that's number 155. 155 is the lucky buyer.
Okay, next one is my favorite of the show, which I think was the reason I told my husband to stay home, and he agreed with me. This one's been hanging in our new quilt room, quilt studio. I haven't quite. The friend that said it had to be called a studio was because a studio is a place where artists go to create, and we are fabric artists. So you are buying a work of art. This one is named Square Bubbles. It hung in on that pretty blue wall in our new room and was, I said to John, we got to buy this one just so I can keep it hanging on that wall because it looks so good there. It is a very pretty quilt. This is made from batik, which is one of my favorite fabrics, very tightly woven stuff, holds its color. It's number 636. It's called Square Bubbles. Doesn't that make you chuckle? What bubble did you ever see that was square? Bubbles are round. So, our girls quilted some designs in it that have more of a round image. There is a circle in each of these bubbles with another bubble inside. It's a very pretty quilt. It would highlight any color room you put it in, and with all those lovely fun colors, it just makes me smile. So, it is 92 by 92. It would fit on the queen-size bed that we sold when we bought the king. Don't fit on my bed, so has to go to one of you guys to a very loving home for a lovely price.
Okay. Square Bubbles. Hey, there we go. My goodness. There you go. You'll get 500, 503, 3, 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2. Hey, I'll take you 100. 100 bill, 100 bill, 1 1/4, 1 bill, 125, 125, 100 bill, 125. I don't bid 100, 125, 125, 125, 150, 150, 125, 50. I'm way in the back, 125, 150. 125 and 150 bill on the money, 150, 125, 150. Referee, man, ladies out, 125, 50, 75. 175, 2, 2, 2, 200, 2 1/4, 2 1/4, 2 1/2. 2 1/2, 75, 275, 3, 3, 3, 3, 275. The near person's in 275, 275, 73, 3. Now you're both out 300, 3 1/4, 300, 3 1/4. No, I had 275. I skipped 300. You're out. You're both out. 300, 300. I got 275. I'd have been a 3, 3. What do you get? 300 now? Quarter. Thanks for straightening that out. 3 1/4. I got 3 at a bill. 300 1/4. 3 at a bill. 3 1/4. How about 310? Just since you can only raise 310, 320, 320, 330. 330, 330, 340, 340, 50, 350, 60, 360, 70, 370, 380, 380, 380, 390, but 90, would you get 90, would you get 400, but 4, would you get 420, 420, 440, 440, 420, 30, 420, 430, 420, but how would we get in that road? 3, 420, 430, 420, bill, I'm on the money, 420, 430, but 30, would you get 420, 430, 420, 430, 430, 440, 440, 450, 450, 460, 460, 4, don't let, she's weakening, 460, 450, now is it going to be, let's slam the door on her this time, 450, 60, 460, 460, 470, 470, 470, 470, 460, you can't only raise just once, 460, 70, 470, 460, now 70, 460, 470, 460, 470, sold 460, 187. 187 is the lucky number.
Okay, we have a big change to do back here in the back. Although it's not going to be going up on that rack, we're going to be doing something a little different with the big one. But while they're getting their act together, I should say while they're getting organized, we have an interesting quilt for you. Remember, guys, that one's in front of the stage. Okay. What Marianne is holding is number 632. It's called a memory loss quilt. It's 34 inches by 46 inches. It was pieced and hand quilted by the Landis Homes quilters. It tells the story of an aging brain, and some of you have seen similar. There are 2 of these quilts hanging at various places around campus. But this one had a little special feeling for me. I don't know what it was about it, but it kind of stirred something inside of me. And I had a friend ask me what the representation was of the square in the middle. You see, as a memory loss, each block, it's the same block pattern, but as you follow your way through it, a piece of the square changes, and it loses a piece of the square, just like we lose a piece of our brain as it ages, and as we lose that part. So the center of it, I stood there and thought about it for a while, and I said, you know, there's a whole lot to us besides our brain. There's our heart and our soul, the things we believe in and the things that we care about. And so to me, that's what that center square is. It's your heart and your soul. It's still there, even when your brain has hiccups, even how big the hiccups might be. So it has a special little warm spot. And I got to stop talking. I'm giving myself goosebumps. So go for it, Andy.
Hey, there we go. My goodness, you get 200 to start. You get 200 bill, 200. What do you do? 200 and 2. What do you get? 200 and 2. What do you do? What do you do? Hey, you'll give 100. $100 to start. You'll give 100 to go. 100 bill, 100 make it 1. Give me 1. Give it 1. Give it 100 bill. 100 make it 1. 1. Give me 75. 50. $50 bill. 50 now. 60 bill on the money. 50 now. 60. I don't have bid. $50. Give me 60 minutes. Give me 60 bill. 50 now. 60 bill on the money. 50 now. 60. I don't have 60 now. 70 bills. 70 make it 60 now. 70 bin. 60 now. 5 high. 65. I don't have bid. bid $60, give me 5 more, we give 5 of your bam, you're in at 60, and now 65, I think so, if I remember, 60, 65. Bid 60, make it 5 now, 70 to bid, 70 to make it 5, 5 to bid, 75 now, 80 bill, 80 make it 80, make it 80 now, 5. Bid 85 to bid, 90 bill, 90 make it 90, make it 90, make it 85 to 90 now, 5, 95 now, 100. 100 bill, 100 bid, 110, 10, 10, 100 bid, 10, 20 bill, 120, 110, 120, 110, 115, just for you since you started. 110, 115, 110 bid, 15 on the money, 115, 110, 115, 110, 115, 110, 115. We all done 110, 115, 115, 110, 15. Sold it your way, $110, way out yonder. 177, way out yonder, 177. Thank you.
Okay, we're going to have some major shuffling going on up here on stage. This is item number 630. It's called Fire Island Hosta. They have to bring it to the front of the stage because this is the biggest quilt in our afternoon show here. It is 104 by 114, and it takes more than our board can show you. It consists of 1,584 pieces. It took me 4 hours to cut out all the pieces, over 200 hours of piecing. It is by far the hardest quilt top I have ever made. And just as you're probably wondering, how many do I turn out a year? On average, I turn out about 30. So I don't want to toot my horn, but I'm actually pretty good at it. But this one taxed me to the end. I thought I could put that top together in about a month. It took me 3. It was a challenge, but it is spectacular. And again, when they flipped it over, it just boggled my mind. So I had 200 hours piecing that rascal. My girlfriend and I took 3 hours installing it in the frame, which was, oh my gosh, because it was so big. I got to talk faster, their arms are going to fall off. 240 hours of hand quilting by our ladies and 6 hours stitching on the binding. So this is a treasure. Bid generously, and I'm going to let them fold it in half so their arms don't fall off. There you go.
You betcha. Okay. Yep, we'll just hold it halfway there, and Jeff will catch all those people way out back that I can't see anymore. And since this is the one that for Hood over, hey, how about we start at 500 to start? 500 bid, 500 bid. If we can't see you, just holler. I bid 500 bid, 5.5. I'm bid 500 bid, 500 bid, 5.25. We'll go. You see 500, 5.25. My buggy has lights, but the batteries are weak. So hey, 500, 5.25. I get 500 bill, 5.25. I'm on money. 500 bid, 5.25. Now half. 5.5, 5.5 bid, 555, 55, 55, 50, 75, 575, 575, 600 bill, 600 bid, 6.5, half a bid, 6, half a bid, 6.5, 700, 700 bid, 7.5, half a bid, 700, 7, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8.5, 8.5. Have it 8, have it 8, have it 9, 9, 9, 9, 9 and a half. I'm bid 900 and 9, 10, 10, 10. What do you get? 10, 100, bid 10, 1100, 11, 11, 11, bid 1100, 11 and out 12. Did you? 1100. 10 and a half, 1100. 1100, 11 and a half. 1200, 1200. 1200, I couldn't tell, 1200, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 12 and a half, 1300, 13, 13, 13, 13 and a half, 13 and a half, 14, what do you get, 14, 15, what do you get, 15, 15, 15, now 16, now 17, 1700, 18, 18, 18, 19, what do you get, 19, what do you get, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2100, 21, 1, 2, 2, 22, 21 and a half, 20, oh, is that a half, 21 and a half? I got 21, 21 and a quarter, just for you, 2100, 21 and a quarter, I'm bid $2,100, you get 21 and a quarter, I get 2100 lot of bill. Anybody behind that? 2100 quarter. Now a half. 21 and a half. 75. 2150. 75. 2, 2, 2, 2. 2200. 22 and a quarter. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 22 and a half. 23. 23 and a half. 23 and a half. And now 4. 2400 up before 4 now a half. 24 and a half. A bit of 5. 5 into 25. A bit of 5. 5. And now a half. 25 and a half. A bit of half. A bit of half. A bit of half. A bit of 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 6. 2600 and a half. And now 7. 27 a minute. 7. 7 a minute. 7 a minute. Half, 27 and a half, and now 8, 8, 8, 8, 28 and a half, 28 and a half, and 8 and a half, 9, 9, 9, 9, 2900, 2900 and a half, 29 and a half, and 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, what do you get, 3, 3, 3, 3, and now half, 30, 50, 30, 50, 3100, 3100, 1 now, 1 and a half, 31 and a half, and 2, 2, 2, 2, might as well, 3200, 32, 33, 33 and 34, 34, 33, 34, save a little wear and tear, 34, 35, 35, 36, 36 have been now, 7, 37, 38, 8, 8, 8, 8, 38, and 39, 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 38, 39 to 4, 4, 4, 4, 4,200, 4,200, 4,200, 44, 42, 44, 42, 44, 46, 46, 45, 400, 4,600, 4,800, 4,800, 4,800, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5,000 even. Oh, I thought that was somebody on the internet. 5,000, 52 and a half, 52 and a half. 50, ooh, that'll drive you wild. I got 52 and a half, 5,500, 52 and a half, 5,500, 500, 52 and a half. We're out up here, 52 and a half, 5,500, 50. The bid's way out yonder, 52 and a half, 55, 5,500, 500. Who's anybody behind this curtain? We don't want to miss a soul. 50. 52 and a half, 5,500, 52 and a half, if we can't see you, just holler. 52 and a half, 55, 52 and a half, 55. Sold, $5,250. Thank you very much.
Thank you all. Thank you all. I spent a long time trying to decide if I was going to make my husband bid so that could come back home. It was a lot of work. It's really special. Really special. And according to my notes, there were 15 yards of fabric in it, so you can do the math on that, too. Okay, next up. Now that we did that, number 622, Don't Fence Me In. Run, happy
Would
and
you
fun.
mind taking that out front here and standing with it? It's better when we can't see anybody. Baby.
No, you really can't, can you?
It works better when we block this whole
Yeah,
section
I'm
off.
sorry
They
about
seem
that.
to bid better.
It was way too big for our board. Sometimes we have to adjust.
Yep.
Okay, this is Don't Fence Me In. It is 76 inches by 94 inches, so that's a nice size big twin, nice big twin. So if you have big feet at the end of the bed or you want to do pillow, never mind, I'm yammering. This was pieced by our own Jackie Myers and hand quilted by our Landis quilters. I find this one a lot of fun because it's like it has two patterns. It sort of resembles a rail fence because you can go all the way across it on the green and follow the pattern, or you can see the Irish chain in it that goes diagonally in the reds. So it's fun. To me, it's a twofer. Two for the price of one, two lovely patterns that play nicely together. Go for it, boys.
There you go, Randy.
Ready? Hey, I tell you what, don't anybody go home quiltless. That'd be a shame, and it's going to be mighty cold tomorrow morning, they say. I heard there's a cold front coming in.
Well, there's also, I forget how many. I think there's 20 over in High Auditorium that were just too many, or we'd have worn all of us out
Oh, okay.
today.
Well, if they all bring over $500, we'll bring those 20 over.
Oh, all right.
Okay.
All right.
If the next two bring over 500, we'll bring those 20 over out of the high building over there. I'm sure. Okay. Hey. Oh, I believe this is just about the end of the trail. So, hey, these quilts, a beautiful day to buy them, a nice warm day. They'll heat twice once you go to pay for it, and, well, probably 3 times when you buy it, when you go to pay for it, and when you put it on this winter. I'll tell you what. And they're not, it's very comfortable, but they're not comforts, they're quilts. Hey, there you go, and you get 300 for this one. You get 300. Oh, I like the old collars there, that old green. Hey, there you go, and you get 300 to go. 300, 300, but you get 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 3 and a quarter. I got 300, 3 and a quarter. I'm bet 300 a bill. You give 3 and a quarter. I bet 300, and 3 and a quarter. I don't bet 300 and a quarter. I got 300 and 2 and a quarter on the money. 300, 3 and a quarter. We're going the other way. 300, 3 and a quarter. I got 3 to bill. 325, 25, and a 5 and a 325. I'm bet 300, but you get 25. Are we all done? 325. 120, 325, 325, 325. 25 of them to 5, 5 of them to 325, 25 of them to 3, oop, down, 325, 300 of them to 25 of them to 325, 325, 325. Nice autumn green collars there, 300 bill, 325, 325 of them to 25 of them to 300, 325. Sold, $300. You betcha. Thank you, sir. 155, 155.
Okay, 6:33. You're all a little tired, so we thought we'd try a little magic.
Oh my, what a nice quilt. There we go.
This one's a recliner snuggler in my mind. That's what my husband always says. I tell him that I watch too much TV through my eyelids. So if I'm under a quilt, it's through my eyelids. This one is 50 by 64, perfect size for an evening recliner or snuggling up on the sofa. It was pieced and quilted by one of our Red Rose Quilt Guild members who is here and moving in. This is another of Kathy's. This one was a class that we took. The Guild offered it. We have a friend who is battling cancer, but she still likes to come and teach classes for us. So this was a class that we did one year, and it was a special technique that she taught us. And do you think I remember what the special technique was? Yeah, nope, it's gone right out of my head. But it also, Kathy used her ruler work on it, and in those white spaces, you can't see the very pretty flowers that she quilted into it. So it does have some things that make it very, very special and very, very warm and fun. Easy, light fun.
Yes, I like that. Hey, there you go. You get 500. Pop it up to 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. 200 to go. You'll get 200 in a 2, 2. What do you get 200 in a 2, 2, 2? What do you get 200 in a 2, 2? What do you get 2, 2, 2? You'll give 100 to go. $100 to go. $100. You'll give 100 to go. 100 bill. 100 bill. 1. What I got 50 now 75. 50 into 75. 75 of them into 50 now 75. 75 of them into 50 now 75 of them into 100 bill. I get 75 and you'll give 100. 100 bill. 75 into 100 bill. 1 and a quarter. 1 and a quarter. 1 and a quarter. 1 and a quarter, ma'am. 1 and a quarter. 1 and a half, sir. 1 and a half. 150 75. 150 75. 75 into 150 now 75. 75 at a 150, 175. I get 150 bit of 175 at a 150, 175, 175 at a 150, 160. Just for you, 160. Since you started, 160, 170, 170, so you can finish at 170. 160, 170 bill, 160, 170 bill. Hey, thanks, hey, 160, 170. I don't a bit, 160, 170 bit, 70 bit, 170, no 80 bill, 180, 100, new shooter. 180, 180, 181, 81, 70, 180. Slam the door order. 170, 180. 170 bit of 180, 180, 170 bit, 180 bill, on money, 170, 180, 170. It'd be awful shame to have her get it with one bid. 180, 190, 190, 190. I'll hold the dog. 190, 200, 200 to 2, 2, 2, 2, 190 to 200 to 2, 2, 2, 2, 200. I'm at 190 bid to 200 bid to 2, 2, 2, 190 bid to 2, 2, 2. Sorry, you're out, ma'am. You're out 200. 190 now 2, 2, 190 bid to 200 bid to 2 bid to 2, 2. 210. 210, I'll give you as much time. 200, 210, 20, 220, 220, 220, 220. I'm at 210 now, 20 bill, 210. What do you get 20 bill? 210. It's the second to last one, 220, 30. 230 into 30, what do you get 30? And I don't like that next one, 230, 220, 30. Now 40, 240, 240, 240. I'm at 230, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, we get 230, 240. 50, 250, 250, 250. 250 sold $240. Okay, and your number, sir, is she's going to pay for it. 193. 193. Okay. He was asleep. Okay, surprise! You got a quilt.
And surprise, here's our last one.
Now this nice one's coming.
It's number 635. It's not a surprise. It's named It's a Mystery. Again, one of my guild members loves to do mystery quilts. A mystery quilt, meaning you sign up for it, they tell you how much fabric to buy, they might tell you how to cut it, but you have no idea what you're making. It's dangerous. The first time you do it, you have to have blind faith that whatever it is you're doing is going to turn out lovely, wonderfully well. And she says, well, I'm sorry, but this friend is fighting terminal cancer, and she's got a stack of tops that almost as tall as I am. So every so often I beg a couple from her for our auction, and she says, well, I'm never going to sleep under them, so I will help someone else do it. So she does, and Kim loves to do a lot of variety in things, and I said to her, okay, so what was the name of that mystery, because all mystery quilts have a name, and she says, I have no idea. That quilt was about 6 years ago. So it's called It's a Mystery. It was brought here, and we did hand quilt it. I find it kind of fun. I could show you what the block is, but that would defeat the fun of trying to find it. You see stars in there, and you see happy crossroads in there. It all plays off the dark binding that it has around the edge, dark borders. It is a fun variety. I call it a variety quilt because so many different patterns in it. It is 82 inches by 94, so it's a comfortable size for most of the beds that many of us have. It could fit a double. It would be a little tight on a queen if there's two of you in the bed. If there's only one, you're fine. But if there's two, you're going to fight over that 82-inch width. Ask me how I know that. I made it when I first started quilting. I did not know that you could add blocks to a quilt to make it bigger. Surprise, surprise. My first quilt was only 88 inches wide and on a queen-size bed. It was always he's pulling or I'm pulling because one of us had parts hanging out. So I now know queen-size quilts are bigger than 82 inches wide. So it's a mystery. So who's going to take it home today?
Yeah, that was our problem at home, and is I didn't buy a bigger quilt. We just turned the heat up 2 degrees. That seemed to solve it.
No, I learned how to make bigger quilts.
Hey, this is one you were all waiting for. Hey, there you go. You get 500 bill, 500 bill, 500 bill, 3, 200 to go. You'll give 200 bill, 200 bill, Hey, if you didn't get a quilt, your hand really ought to be raised. You'll give $100. You'll give 100 to go, 100 bill. What are you going to go home without a quilt today? My goodness. They'll say, where were you all? You mean you spent all afternoon and you didn't bring a quilt home? You'll give $100. You'll give 100 to go, 100 bill, 100 bill, 1. The more I talk, the less they bid. You'll give $100. You'll give 100 go, 100 bill. You give 100 go, 100 bill, 100 make it 1. We ought to go there. I hate to go below 100. You'll give 100 go, 100 bill, 100 make it 1. Give me 100 go, 100 bill. Don't you go yet. You're going to get a quilt. $100. You'll give 100 go, 100 bill, 100 make it 1. Give it a mystery quilt. You give $100. $50. 50, 75. I'm about 50, 75 now. 100 bill. You give 100 bill, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 100 bill, 100 and 1 and a quarter. I'd only bid $100 bill, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a quarter, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, 1 and a half, and a bit of 150, 75. 175, 150, 72, 2 and a quarter. I get 200 bill, 2 and a quarter now. Half, 2 and a half, and a bit, 2 and a half, and a bit, 2 and a quarter, 225, 250. 225 in the 50 bid, 225 and a bit, 50 bid, 225 and a bids in right field, 225, 250. I'd only bid 225, 250, 225 and a bid to make it 50, make it 225. 250, 75, 75, 275, 275 and a 3, and now quarter, 3 and a quarter, thanks anyway. 300 bill, 300 a quarter, 310. Let you in easy, it's the last one, 310. $300 bill, 10, what do you get? We got till 6 o'clock tonight, 310. Is it 5:30 yet? 310. 300 bill, 310, 10, what do you get? 300 bill, 10, what do you get? 300, 310, what do you get? 3, I believe she's done. Is she done, Jeff? 300 bill, 310. Are you finished, lady? Ma'am? I'm asking $310. Only bid $300. You get 310, 20, 320, 320, 330, oh, now her patience is running out. 320, 310 and now 20, no, 310, 20, 30, 330, 330. I have 320 down here. 330, 320, 330. Sold 320. 198. Thank you. Thank you. Before her patience runs out. Okay, thank you. Hey, I guess that's it.
Thank you all.
Thank you very much,
If
everybody.
you have not seen the quilts in High Auditorium, please make sure you go in and check them out. We have some more fun things in there. Thank you for all coming. We appreciate it ever so much. I guess Amanda wants to say something.
Just a few quick words. Thank you for joining us today, for bidding on these beautiful quilts. Thank you to the quilters and to Bonnie and everybody involved this week, and thanks for joining us for Fellowship Days in support of the Landis Homes Caring Fund. We hope you all have a wonderful afternoon.